Alright, hello again everybody, we are back. It's your friend Will, this is the Memory Lapse, and we're jumping back into it, continuing with blue-black, midrange, Quasiduplicate, just your classic value deck, with a lot of cloning to to duplicate those come into play effects. Or what do they call them now? Enter the battlefield effects. Alright, we have the play here. Well, with the turn 2 chart, it seems likely that we'll hit some more land drops, so I think we can keep this. The chart is an interesting addition in this deck. We haven't had a lot of matchups where we've been able to actually cast it as a draw 2. Here we'll take the Seekers Squire, I think. Alright, so our opponent played a black-white Guildgate. So I'm guessing they're either on Esper or some kind of homebrewed black-white control. No, they're on Esper here. In which case, let's shock. Just try to get the Midnight Reaper down. This could get Essence Scattered, this could get Syncopated. But if their plan was to, like, use a kill spell in the next turn or two, obviously getting the Midnight Reaper down is important. And having them counter that is not nearly as critical as, like, say, when we're going to go for a Dream Eater or a Doom Whisperer. So we'll try again here. Now they have Sinister Sabotage mana. That shows Essence Scatter. Alright, well, this turn I guess we're going to go for a value chart. They may be even inclined to counter this. Just to deny us the 2 cards, but... yeah, wow. Alright, well, we've been trading card for card with them and chipping away for 1 damage. So we're just going to jam the Doom Whisperer here. Because they may be out of counters, and if we do also want to deny them the Chemist's Insight. So now this would be their Teferi turn. Yep. And we're going to hope that Plaguecrafter sticks. They could have another Essence Scatter. They could have... we're hoping that they just have Syncopate. Because that's their only protection for Teferi. They have Essence Scatter number 3. It's going to be a bit disappointing. Looks like they don't have an answer. I played it this way in case they had, like, Moment's Craving or something. I didn't want them to... I didn't want to attack and have them kill it, and then we'd be forced to sack the Plaguecrafter. Although I guess it's basically the same, because if they do have it, then they'll just Moment's Craving the Plaguecrafter, so... it's like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. We'll find out right here if they have removal. Alright, so get the Guildgate down. Now this is nice, because if they have another Teferi or something, now we have this as a flash in. Alright, and there's the removal. Bounce the Teferi before they untap their lands. In combat. Do we just want flashes in anyways? I kind of think so. It seems like they're out of counter spells, so let's go dig for something good. Alright, cast down's fine. Show us like Doom Whisperer or something in our top 4. So these are all cards we don't want. What we want is Doom Whisperer. Wow. What is going on? Alright, let's just get a 2-2 on the board then. Seems unlikely that they have creatures based on... I think this is someone who just wanted to play like all the counter spells they have in their collection. Hey, finally someone that we can activate and do something. This is the situation where Graveyard Marshal is going to be good, right? Did they draw Sinister Sabotage? Did they actually draw another counterspell? Alright. This is why we play this guy. Alright, well, it's at more removal. It's fine. We play less lands than them, so our top decks are going to be better, generally. We can hold this in case we draw their chart. Hold this as an answer to Teferi. Alright, Seekers Squire, let's go. My brave little friend. Show us something good on top. Banned. That one will play since they know about it. And I think having some, having a lot of land in play will be good for if we ever get a Quasiduplicate going. We only ever hold one. Alright, so here's Teferi again. This is bad news. This seems like all they have is answers in their deck. Answers into Teferis. So it seems unlikely that Plaguecrafter will resolve. Yeah, they have a Sabotage. Ooh. Oh, we're in a lot of trouble here. They just 1-for-1 Dust until we ran out of cards. And now they get ahead on Teferi. Alright, so I guess we go for this end step. Wow, why would they play this in their deck? Alright, so I guess we're probably just going to... We'll see if this resolves. I think there's like almost a 0 based on how they built their deck. It seems like there's a 0% chance this is going to resolve. If it does resolve, obviously we have a chance because we get to untap and Quasiduplicate with it. But if there's through some miracle of miracles, we get to end step, Dream Eater back there to Teferi, and then untap and Quasiduplicate, then we're still in it. Wow, okay. I'm guessing they just have a removal spell here. So brutal. Alright, we're still just bouncing Teferi back though, and we get to scry our 4. just feel like we don't want any of these either. We just want anything big. We just want to make like several Doom Whisperers. I guess at this point, even one of the the lifelink vampires, or the life-stealing ones would be good. So we have 9 points of burn with these Quasiduplicates. Right, so let's brick again. Yeah, let's just scoop. I just don't think we're gonna win. Both of our Surveil 4s were absolutely miserable. Alright, so we want Immortal Sun, Contempt, Duress, and Negate. We don't want Chupacabra. We don't want the Sovereign. We need to take 3 more cards out. Honestly, the small stuff seems good on the play. Huh. Maybe we side out some number of Quasiduplicates since they have so much removal. It seems like it's going to be so hard to stick something. Maybe we just side out 3 charts. Charts seem like they're easy to come out. It seems like the superfluous card in this situation. We want the 2 drops on the play especially. This hand is so slow. But I think we have to keep. I mean, I just don't want to risk Mole getting into like a 1-lander and just losing the game because we don't play lands. I'd rather just hope that we draw into 2 and 3 drop stuff here. Yeah, we actually have to negate that, don't we? That's just going to be way too good for them. But if we're only going to draw the top end of our deck, I feel like we've already lost. Just keep drawing more land and top end stuff. Shoot, I really thought this deck was really good, but we coming up against an opponent here that's just playing like playing one that's really hard for us. So I think what we'll do is we'll just try to do like a Dream Eater end step into Doom Whisper on our turn type of thing. They're missing white. They're stuck on land? Okay. No, let's play the Midnight Reaper here then. Oh no, we can play Doom Whisper with Negate backup. That's sick. That was a sick draw. Alright, so now at least they have to use removal on it, and we'll get to do some surveilling. Immortal Sun seems really good. Honestly, both of those seem okay. But we're going to keep probing for counterspells before we drop this Immortal Sun on them. Ugh. They found their white source, an untapped one to boot. This is exactly the type of deck where we are just slow enough that their strategy of playing every counterspell and removal spell in the format's going to work. All of our threads are exactly small enough and exactly expensive enough that they can just counterspell us. Well, this I mean, honestly, we didn't play anything until turn 6 this game, so shouldn't be surprising that we're getting dumpstered more or less. But now we need to try to get them to use some mana on their turn, because if we play Immortal Sun, we can lock this game into going very long. It's just a matter of it ever resolving. They're keeping up so much mana now. Alright, so discard this swamp. Another Sinister Sabotage. Wow, alright, we lost. That's unreal. I guess I needed to mulligan, but we've just had such bad luck mulliganing that I just want to keep... I'd rather keep a hand with 4 lands and be able to play Magic than risk mulliganing down and playing 1 land missing and scooping the game on turn 3. But I guess it is functionally the same. Wow, triple mythics, that's crazy. Well, that's it for blue-black. That feels really bad. I think we could have won round 2. Like it just felt very coin flippy. You know, both of our losses were extremely close, and we had to kind of make our choices about what to play around. And I think game 3 we just made the choice that ended up being wrong. But I don't know if the process exactly was wrong, but made the choice that ended up being wrong. I mean, this one, that type of control deck is just not what we're trying to beat. We're trying to beat the Jeskai decks that are a little bit lighter on permission. And I think with certain draws we can probably beat that deck, but we can't do it with just no 2 drops, like no curve. No curve draws are never going to beat that deck. So don't know what to say about it, because it's not a deck that I would be prepared for, like in a tournament or even maybe an FNM as like a fairly budget kind of budget take on a control deck. But you know, they want to beat mid-range decks with small creatures, and that's what they did. So can't blame them. Yeah, so that's it for the series. We'll have to go find another deck. Really too bad, because it feels like every time it feels like that deck does incredibly strong things, and we just got blown out by a very, very hateful Esper deck there. So yeah, we're gonna pick a new deck, and then we'll be back again shortly with another video.